Namo Fundamental Teacher Shakyamuni Buddha. Hello everyone. So in previous videos we shared about the life of the Buddha, which forms the first of the three jewels in Buddhism. And in this video I'd like to look at the Dharma, which forms the second jewel in Buddhism. So as a lot of people know, Dharma refers to the teaching of the Buddha. However, as we discussed before, Dharma also means the right understanding. So Buddha's teaching is really the right understanding, and it reveals the truth of life and the universe. So it's not like the Buddha make up any of the teaching. The Buddha simply states the truth as it is. If anything, the Buddha kind of systemized and packaged the truth in a way that is easy for us to understand. For instance, when the Buddha talk about karma, it's not like the Buddha make up karma, but the natural law of karma exists objectively. And when the Buddha talks about how attachment leads to suffering, like the second noble truth in the Four Noble Truths, so these are also objective facts, but the Buddha arranged in a way that it's easy for us to understand. So when we talk about the Buddha's teaching, the Dharma is also recorded in the Buddhist Canon. So a lot of people know about the Pali Canon, the Pali Tripitaka, which is commonly used in Theravada Buddhism. In Chinese Mahayana Buddhism, we also have the Chinese Buddhist Canon. So the Chinese Buddhist Canon contains texts from the early Buddhist schools, as well as Mahayana sutras and scriptures from the esoteric Buddhism. The Chinese Buddhist Canon refers to a total body of Buddhist literature deemed canonical in Chinese, Japanese, Korean, and Vietnamese Buddhism. So there are many different versions of the Chinese Buddhist canons due to the different collections of sutras and Buddhist works. So a lot of people may have heard of the Channel Tipitaka, which is also an official Chinese Buddhist canon that was compiled in Japan. In China, the most commonly used Tipitaka is the Qianlong Tripitaka, also known as the Dragon Tipitaka. So long means dragon. So Tipitaka literally means the three baskets. So it comprises the Sutra Pitaka, which are discourses and teachings by the Buddha that were recorded by the Buddha's disciples after Buddha entered Mahaparinirvana. And also comprise the Vinaya Pitaka, which refer to the precepts that are observed by the monks and nuns, and also the Abhidharma Pitaka. So the Abhidharmas are like the commentaries, the treatises that are often written by bodhisattvas, by scholars, by monks, that discuss the collections of the previous two of all the doctrinal materials in great details. So the Qianlong Tripitaka is named after Emperor Qianlong, as it was completed during the reign of Qianlong in the Qing dynasty. And it was Qianlong was believed to be an incarnation of Bodhisattva Manjushri. So legend has it that Qianlong's father, Emperor Yongzheng, one day went out for hunting and he saw a kid that was riding on a lion. Emperor Yongzheng was so surprised and amazed by seeing this, and with a bright light this kid disappeared. And when Emperor Yongzheng went back to the palace, someone told him that a new prince had been born. And he went and saw the prince, who looked exactly the same as the kid that he just saw, who was riding a lion. So Bodhisattva Manjushri is right, it's a lion. It was believed Qianlong could have been an incarnation of Bodhisattva Manjushri, who is known as the foremost in wisdom. So the Qianlong Tipitaka was a huge project that began in the year 1733 in the reign of Yongzheng, but completed in 1738 in the reign of Qianlong. So it took about 6 years with large involvement, a lot of government officials, eminent monks and scholars, and also a lot of craftsmen. It contains in total 1,669 scriptures and 7,168 vesicles of canons. In total, 79,036 Buddhist blocks were created. And it's said if one were to spend every day just to simply flip through the papers and not to read the text in details, it would take about 3 to 5 years. So although it seems that the Chinese Buddhist canon contains a large amount of sutras and Buddhist works, but it was said it was not even 1/10 or even 1/100 of what was originally available in India. So according to Master Xuanzang, Master Xuanzang was most well known for his 17 years of journey to India. He traveled all the way on foot from China to India and brought back large amount of sutras and Buddhist works and dedicated the rest of his life in translation. He himself translated for over 1,000 volumes of sutras. In India, he studied in the most revered Nalanda monastery. It was said in the Nalanda library there were hundreds of thousands of Buddhist works that were available, but unfortunately he could not bring back all of them. So what he did was he chose the most important ones, such as the Mahaparinapparamita series, which really forms the cornerstone of Chinese Mahayana Buddhism, with the doctrine of emptiness, shunyata, and also famous sutras like the Heart Sutra, the Diamond Sutra, that a lot of people know about. So Master Xuanzang's stories were really an inspiring one, and I'll try to share it in another video. So as we can see, there are really a lot of sutras, a lot of Buddhist materials. If one were to study, it's probably impossible. We probably don't have so much time, energy, and capacity in our life to study all of them. That is why there are so many different branches and lineages in Buddhism, which they usually base their studies by one or a few sutras, as these are just simply different methods taught by the Buddha. So at the beginning of our Buddhist path, we can have a look around to see which method that resonates with us. Of course, the Buddha offers so many different Dharma gates, even the ones that we know, like the Tiantai school, the Vinaya school, the Pure Land school, the Zen school. These are just very, very tiny bit of the methods that the Buddha had taught. So initially we can have a look around, but eventually if we are very serious about our practice, then we shall stick with one method. So it's like if we were to go to Rome, although every road to Rome, but we can't really walk every road, right, given the limited time we have here, and we only have one body. So if we were to actually begin our journey to Rome, then we have to stick with one path. So at the beginning, when we look at the maps, we can look at all different roads that might lead to Rome, or we buy our tickets, we can look at the tickets offered by different airlines. But if we were actually gonna go to Rome, then we have to stick with one path. And so I stick with the Pure Land Dharma Gate, which I believe is the easiest. It's the easiest that can help us to exit the cycle of reincarnation without first realizing enlightenment. And also once we arrive in the Pure Land, we will have infinite life, and we can realize enlightenment really soon, and eventually to realize the final Buddhahood.